Hello, my name is Axel Lomas. I am an aspiring filmmaker, freelance film worker living in Long Beach, California. I was born in Santa Ana, California, which is a little bit south of here, where I lived for about 7 years. After that, I moved to Michigan. I've lived in Nevada until I finally moved back to Costa Mesa when I was 10 years old. So that was definitely the place where I grew up. I feel like Orange County is definitely a place that really defines the person that I became. I lived there most of my teenage, kind of young adult life until I moved out here to Long Beach to kind of start working on film more and try to work more on writing music as well. My work history didn't start out in the film industry. I worked out usually working in restaurants. I've worked at a Mexican food place, Little Caesars Pizza, IHOP. I've really enjoyed getting to work closely with directors and writers and getting to execute the vision that they have when they're writing.
J'étais pas bon à l'école, toi t'étais pas né.
One of my favorite things to do on set is to just kind of chill out, make jokes with people. Usually some pretty creative and funny people on any of the sets that you'll find yourself on. I want to be a filmmaker because it is really exciting when you see a movie made by someone you've never met, but it has a lot of themes and characters that you can connect with, and it almost feels like the person that made that movie made it for you. And that's not the case, but I would like to be a person that can give somebody that feeling. I am most passionate or excited about in the future being able to write and make my own films. A movie that I remember a lot from when I was a kid was Life is Beautiful, and I didn't fully understand it, but I had a lot of unresolved issues with my dad, and I think that movie has a lot to do with fatherhood and trying to shelter your children from the world. So that one definitely I connected with a lot, even if I didn't fully understand the context of that world. Well, I do like to play music and write my own scripts on my free time, but I also enjoy playing video games a lot, and I read a lot of comic books. Sometimes I like to play music with my buddy Jared. We've been recording music for about 10 years now, and we'll write and record here at the house. My name is Axel Lomas. This is my yay or nay. COVID-19, I'm gonna have to give that a nay because I don't like its style. I don't like the way it carries itself. It's COVID-19 lockdowns, I'll give that a yay because definitely want to be safe. And it's kind of boring, but it's not that boring. Hipsters, yay, sure. Why not? Because I think that it's starting to become kind of vintage, and it's got a little bit of a nice nostalgia. As the nostalgia factor now. Bitcoin, nay. Because nobody can tell you what it is. When you ask them, it's very difficult to explain it in one sentence, and I don't trust that. Influencers, yeah, I don't know, because I want to see kind of what they do. Sometimes you're curious, you want to see what the darker side of humanity is, so you kind of take a look at influencers. COVID-19 vaccines, yay. Gotta get because it means you can go out again if you want to, but you can still hang out inside if you want to. I don't have a vaccine, but Pfizer, if you're watching, let's work out a sponsorship deal. Swipe left, swipe yay. Wait, which one is yay? Yeah, say yay to Tinder again. No, I say nay to Tinder. Nay to Tinder. Because their business model is based in this idea of selling validation. It's not a dating app anymore. It's for people they'll pay extra to feel like people might like them, which I think is predatory. I don't pay extra, which is why I'm so depressed. So there you go. The pharmaceutical industry, nay, because definitely pretty predatory practices, and I don't need any medication, but if I needed medication, I wouldn't be able to afford it, which is not fun. The wealth gap, yay, because I want to be on the top side of it. No, I'm just kidding. Nay to the wealth gap. Bartending, I say yay to bartending, because if nay to bartending, then how am I going to get a drink? See? Nay to Snapchat, because it's just text people. TikTok, I say neither nay nor yay, because it's a little gray. It's a little gray because the humor, there are some funny people on TikTok, but they're funny on their own. Because I think that with Vine, it was really on the video maker to make a funny video. Whereas with TikTok, the comedy is implied, and it's very much like an inside joke. It's a lot of inside jokes, and I don't like that. Blow up sex dolls, probably nay. Because I just leave them uninflated. Extras on set, yay. Yay to extras on set, because if you ever saw a movie where there was other people in the background, they're not just random people. Imagine your favorite movie that has crowds in it without crowds. Fake news, nay to fake news, because I call it fake booze. It's like if someone read a comic book and then they were like telling you why aren't we stopping all these mutants? Because they don't exist. Horses. I say horses. Alcoholism. That's a gray area. I say gray area to alcoholism. Because there are some people who use it to cope and they're pretty high functioning. So why give them a hard time? You know what I mean? They got a hard enough life to deal with probably. But then also there are some people who have alcoholism that are very low functioning and they don't know it. And the alcoholism makes it difficult to communicate that to them. Weed. Yeah, yay to weed. Because I think that it's a good alternative for people that don't have access to very good health care at the moment. And also, it's pretty nice. Donald Trump, probably named Donald Trump, seems very counter conducive to society. Biden, yay? Yay to Joe Biden, but not like yay, more like, you know, yay to sampling, but nay to music mashups, like when they put two random songs together that have the same BPM and stuff. Just write the song. Just write a song that you think could work. You don't have to mash up. Yay to tennis, because it's a good exercise, but it's also fun. And it's nice. Yay to basketball, but I'm not very good at it. But one time, when I was losing at basketball with my brother, he was on my team, we said, last shot wins, and I made a 3-pointer. So, nay to skateboarding. Too loud. If someone's not good at it, it's too loud. And it's like, if I'm not good at guitar, I can put headphones on. If you're not good at skateboard, I could put on headphones, but that shouldn't be my responsibility because I don't want to hear you mess up. Yay to surfing, because if I did it, I think I would be in very good shape, and the people who do it are in good shape, which is nice. Nay to NFTs, because I think that you could just buy art, and it's kind of the same idea, but it's just you don't have an NFT, you can't put it on your wall. All Lives Matter is a nay to me, because it's kind of like there is like a conversation about racism towards black people or to any marginalized people, and then someone who clearly doesn't understand what that feels like going like, but what about me? And I'm thinking like, I don't care. Bird scooters, nay to bird scooters, because one time I was riding to my friend's house and it was like going really slow because I guess I was out of range, but it let me get to my friend's house. But when I tried to park it, it was like, no, you can't park it here. And I tried to ride it to the place where I could, which was like a mile away, but it only went 2 miles an hour. So I had to walk it for a mile. And then they charged me for the mile and the time it took me to walk the mile. And I messaged them multiple times and they didn't respond. So I'd be like, what do I do? And they'd say like, we'll get back to you tomorrow. But I was like, but I need help. And they didn't respond. So nay to bird scooter, or it might have been a lime scooter, but I'm gonna lump them both together and say nay to both. Yay to AAA, but I've never had it, but when I can afford it, I feel like it's gonna be handy. White Claw. Yay to White Claw, because I like to get drunk fast, and I think that that's really good, and I think it helps you not be hungover. Because I think it's a lot of water, which is good. Nay to tomatoes. I don't think they pull it off well enough. I don't think it's versatile, but in a way that's not tasty. And I think let's just get rid of them. Yay to Hot Cheetos. I think that they're doing really good work. They've been getting smaller for the past 15 years. When I was 6 years old, you could buy a bag of Hot Cheetos this big for $1, and you could buy a bag of Hot Cheetos this big for $1.59. Now, you can only buy a bag that's about this big for $1.89. And you want to talk to me about the world falling apart? Start there. Abortion. Yay to abortion. Sometimes you don't want to have a baby. I don't want to have a baby right now. So, yeah, have an abortion. Yay to gay rights. Gay to gay rights. Yay to prostitution. I think it's a line of work, and I think that in a way a lot of us sell a part of ourselves every day. Why judge someone who maybe does it a little bit better than you? Nude beaches. Yay to nude beaches, but I don't think I'm self-confident enough to go to one yet, but I'm working out currently. I'm trying to get a little bit, more muscly, so when that happens, keep your eyes open. We might see each other at the nude beach. Nate April Fools. April Fools.